Hello everybody and welcome back to the Crew SMP. Now I've been gone a minute. You also may hear a little bit of an echo. I did put some blankets and stuff across the floor until I can get a rug to kind of help with the soundproofing in this room. I also need to get some curtains and stuff to work on soundproofing the room so the echo doesn't happen. So bear with me. It's just going to take some time for me to get that stuff since I am in a new area. But I also need to catch you guys up on what's been going on inside the base. Now I have been working off camera on a pumpkin farm. This is to do with something later on. I will describe what's going to be happening in a later episode, but this is just a basic pumpkin farm. I can access the doors to it and stuff like that, and then we've actually gotten quite a few pumpkins. I built this while I was in a call with a bunch of the Crew SMP people. But yeah, it was kind of just hastily put in because of some stuff that's going to be going on later in this episode. Other than that, we did add a mod that imported all of the stuff from not the Copper Age update, but the update before that. I had all the firefly bushes and stuff. I wasn't a part of the group that went out and found all that stuff. I did manage to get one of each one of the new items, the firefly bush, the bush, and then the wildflowers off of honey. So I was able to bone meal those and actually start using them. So that's going to be a big thing. And then we have this. This is the waterfall. I've filled up all the water up there and it trails down into here. Now this I'm going to fill up with trees eventually and then just some foliage and stuff like that. So this is going to be slightly covered up and obscured from your view. I did make sure it had different depths. It's not just a one layer pond. This does have increasing depth. I wanted to feel a bit more natural. Like the pond was already here and they just used it as, or they used their cooling stuff to pull from this pond and put it back into this pond. So it's just recycling the water. Now I do want to put in the steampunk kind of ideas for this in this episode, where I have these spouts that are dumping the water here. And then put in some intake valves in the bottom of the lake. That, and I have everything built up for some of the trees. Now I want to get only a few of them in. I don't want to get a whole bunch of them in. These two around the animal fields I kind of want to start with. This one and then this one. Because the rest of these areas I'm still working with. Like this one, I'm still working in this area. I'm still working in this area. Still working in this one. So I don't want to mess with those too much. So I want to go ahead and get those trees in. Dip back inside. Oh, thank you, honey. Okay. As much as I do love the nighttime, it allows my firefly bushes to kind of be active. I don't want to deal with them right now while I'm still working on the lighting in my base. Now, sadly, the lighting in my base is never going to be great because copper is my main thing, and the only thing that kind of matches color-wise is the soul lanterns. Soul lanterns are more faint than regular lanterns. So the lighting in my base is always probably going to be an issue. Sadly. I would love for it to not be, but it probably is always going to be an issue. I have tried filtering it with like glow lichen. I do have plans to put more glow lichen down here. I actually have plans to put a glow lichen farm down in my base in just one of the many areas that's down beneath here. Also, I don't know if I covered this on camera or not. I think I covered these. Me filling in the tunnels. And then I know I covered the frog. I don't know if I covered that I fully finished the interior of all of this. Like I finished the walls and stuff. I didn't actually finish the full interior. think that's where we left off. I think we're going to start with some of the copper elements because the copper is going to take a lot longer to age down and everything. So I think we need to start with the more copper elements and then go from there. Okay, not the best looking pipes, I'll be honest. I tried multiple different variants to get the water to fall the way I wanted it to, and Minecraft's water physics were just, they weren't. So I went with a design that didn't require the water falling out of it. And this is what I came up with. That one's having to be supported. This one's just laying across the ground. Now I need to jump down here. First of all, kill the zombie, and then I need to get some intakes going on down there. Okay. I also finished off this. It's not completely finished. Whenever I go through and do some more of the foliage, I'll probably finish off the bottom portion of this. But the top portion now has actual railing on it and not just random stairs. Okay. Now I put in multiple intakes throughout the entire bottom of this lake. Now I am going to come through and texture this lake at some point, but for right now I was just trying to get the copper bits in because the copper bits are going to take time to age down and look proper. So going through and going ahead and doing all of this makes it a lot easier on me in the long run. Okay. You can see by this chest I've been doing a lot of grinding, specifically for the stuff for the trees. Now this is one barrel. This is my other barrel, full of all the pink stuff. Because my next thing is going to be getting one of the trees in. I want to shoot to try and get these two finished in this episode, because those are the ones that kind of frame up the base a bit more. So I kind of want to get those two finished. I think we're going to start with this one, and then we're going to go down here to this one. This one feels very spindly. Shh. You scared the bejesus out of me.
You're building another tree.
I just had a creeper sneak up on me. You can't do that.
Oh yeah, you need to light up your base, bro.
Okay. We are back. I had to get off for a little while to do some things, but we are back. And this is our tree. Now this is going to be another health hazard for me because I'm going to need to do a bit more stuff. I kind of wanted this tree to be smaller than the other one. It ended up being around about the same size. Didn't mean for it to be. Definitely ended up that way. Hold on. I'm going to free cam so you guys can actually see these. This is kind of what they look like on top. So you can kind of see, I wanted this tree to be a bit smaller than this one, but it didn't end up happening. But they have the same color scheme. There is still the ancient, or the dark oak, and then the nether brick on both of them. Now I had plans to do this tree as well, but judging from how many leaves it took to do this one, I'm gonna hold off. Because I also have 1, 2, 3, 4 more trees to do, and probably a 5th one over here. Oh, some of my stuff is already aging. Look at that. Huh. Nice to know. I was AFK while doing the other stuff, so it may be why that stuff is already aging a lot. So it's a good thing. There we go. But now, kind of want to try and get one of our build projects done. I want to go down here and get the stables figured out, because I think I'm actually going to reposition it to be its back is against here and then it be open up against this area, so that I can actually curve this path to go back this way. Okay, kind of ran out of fences, but you're getting a little bit of an idea. This is going to be like an internal courtyard, because horses need grazing room. Even if you do feed them, they need like kind of grazing room, they need moving room. So I'm going to give them a little bit of moving room in here. The center one that's going to be mainly intact is going to be Sox's main area. I need to ask Chai. She still has those skeleton horses, because Chai had a few skeleton horses that she didn't want. Okay. Finish walling on this main one. Now I did put in like some falling in bits on the sides. I do plan on putting a roof on this, but it's going to be kind of decayed. But there will be an actual roof bit on this. We're going to be doing this, and then there's going to flow into an actual roof. But since most of the stuff is falling down, now I've got to figure out how to duplicate that in a way that's going to look as though it's fallen. Okay, and there we go. I will go in F4, kind of give you guys a full overview. Now some of this roof has collapsed, keeping with the very decrepit theme of my base. Some of the roof has collapsed, it's molding over, it's not exactly all as it was. I mean, this full corner is just gone. Like, it's just fallen off. I do plan on putting some rubble right here to kind of make this make a bit more sense. So there is going to be some rubble right here. I'm going to run through and add that before I get the horses in here. I also want to run through and put a little bit of coarse dirt in here and maybe some barrels to make it look like they were training them. There we go. To make it look as if they were training the horses in here. Maybe not barrel racing, but just like speed testing them. Making sure they could turn tight corners and stuff like that. Maybe not like race horses, but still like training them on jumps and things like that. To make sure they could get through everyday life with no struggles. Okay, and I think most of the rest of the dirt in here kind of needs to be like podzol. That's what I feel like. I do have some podzol in storage. I'm going to try that. First, I want to get some, dear heavens, I'm sorry. I don't have a camera, so y'all can't see, but I just had a huge ray of sunlight run straight into my recording room. Dear heavens, that just blinded me. Okay, it is official. The podzol is in place. It's time to move the horses in. And by horses, I mean horses. There is going to be multiple. Sox is just the first of the bunch to go in there. There is also some skeleton horses that Shy has. That... Thank you. Okay. There are some skeleton horses that Chai has that Chai does not want. So I'm going to bring them over here so that they have a place to stay. But here we are. It's our stables. Now we have 2 skeleton horses and a regular horse. Like I said, the 2 skeleton horses are from Chai, who lives off that way. Right here. The little hobbit hole. But Chai had some skeleton horses. She doesn't use them. I asked if I could have them. She was like, yes, take them from me. So they are here. They have a new home. And they kind of fit the theme because this was an abandoned area. and it is a magically abandoned area, so it makes sense that there would be some undead horses just kind of chilling around. Stop rubbing up on Socks. Just because Socks is alive doesn't mean you have to bully him. Stop it. But these two were probably in these stalls whenever the walls started collapsing, or probably were trapped in here whenever the people abandoned this area. Kind of a sad origin story, but they are here. They have a new caretaker now, and they have a new alive best friend. Hi, Socks. Speaking of which, if you guys want to name the skeleton horses, that's cool. Socks already has a name. I need to get a name tag on him. He's named for his little socks, because he looks like he's wearing shoes with socks. But the skeleton horses, you guys can name. I'm doing a very D&D theme, so if you can think of like any undead bosses from D&D or from the Elder Scrolls series or anything else like that, those would probably be cool names to add to the horses. I don't know, but we will see. I think I want to run through and throw some bone meal up in a few areas. I don't think I'm going to put any archways over here. I'll definitely try to move some down across this path, because I have determined I'm going to cut this off, or I'm going to use this. I don't know how we're going to work this, but I want to start my pathway going through here, because I have to meet up with the portal. I'm not going to go all the way down there to let you guys see it, because it is being worked on by another member of the server. But I want to go along this side of Andy's base right here. So my pathway is going to go from here all the way to the portal down here. Okay. Another day, another... Who are you and what do you have? Poltergeist. Hi, welcome to the family. What do you... A ghastly discovery. Did you write this? No, you're just supposed to deliver it. Okay. That's not ominous at all. The dark calls you? Do you know who sent it? No? Okay, well you're coming with me. The moss caverns, they must mean the mossified caves we have that run underneath the base. Or run underneath everywhere in general. So I'm gonna run to those and we'll see. There's nothing down there, there's nothing down there. Okay, these are the mossy caverns below. This is the cave that people have been mossing. I still don't know who did this or why they did this, but you know. Okay. Okay, sign and everything. Is this where we're supposed to go? Where did you go? Oh, you're leaving. Yeah, no, you're coming with me. Something spooky. That's definitely not ominous. It's singing again. That never bodes... Okay. Things have got to stop yanking me through portals into random flashing lights. I prefer to be informed before I just get yanked through something. It'd be nice. Okay. Poltergeist, where are we? What do you mean I'm see-through? Oh, I'm quite literally see-through. Okay.